All right. Once again, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Makakwadash. Double honors be unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akiams worldwide. I want to say Shalom be unto you. This is the word from the GMS Trinidad camp. Just as a quick edification, through the spirit and the power of the Most High, Bashem, Yahushai. My edification is entitled Cast Off Mortal Thoughts. And we know what mortal refer to is things of the flesh. As well, we know what immortality means. It's things pertaining to the spirit. So, in these current times that we are living in, we ought to cast off our mortal thoughts, which are things of the world, and more focus on things to come. So, we'll get straight into it. So we'll start with 2nd Ezra chapter 14 and verse 14, go down to 18. It says, "Let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature." And we know that having your mind in this world, that's a weak nature. Because we're supposed to have our mind on the Lord Yahweh Shai, on His Lord's statutes and commandments, on the prophecies that is to come, and the prophecies that is currently being fulfilled. Understanding that this kingdom is being run by the Edomites, who is currently the so-called white people. Knowing that 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed, who are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native mainly, and that we are scattered sheep. Understanding that our enemies are the people of the other nations that is all around us. Understanding that we are at a lower state because we went off from the Lord's statutes and commandments of our Lord, and He has put us in a lower state. But that the coming of our Lord Yahushua, we're going to be redeemed and we're going to be built back up. We're going to get eagle wings. We're going to be transformed and renewed. Verse 15. "And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy upon unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times." And we have to haste to flee from these times because these are evil times that we are living in. These are wicked times. These are the times where they in great haste and behind closed doors, they are currently changing the laws. And they're changing laws to suit their wicked agenda. So every morning you get up to a new wicked law, and a new law that is pushing towards slavery overall under the Edomite kingdom. And we can clearly see in that happening, just like when you stand on the shore and a wave come on the shore and a wave pass under your water, you feel the water pass under your feet, and then the water recedes and go back, and you feel that sand being pulled under your feet. That is how the agenda is currently being done, especially with the cashless system, because that is what they're going to use to enslave the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native once again, but altogether the entire world. Verse 16, "For yet greater evil than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done thereafter." And the evils that we are seeing being done, it nothing compare to the evils back then. And the evils that is going to happen, thus said the Lord Yahweh Shai, with fire and brimstone, which will be those laser beams from the chariot of the Lord, and also man-made swords in the arsenals of the Edomites and the Moabites and these other nations that will be shut off from one end of the earth to the other. Verse 17, for look, how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. And we are seeing the increase of the evil. We are seeing where the life of the average Jake or the life of the average person worth basically nothing now. Everyone is all ups and under that spirit to just take life however they want. There's no love anymore on the earth. Verse 18, for the time is fled far away, and leasing is hard at hand. For now hasteneth the vision to come, which thou hast seen. And we know that what that vision ultimately is. We know what that hastening is going to be about. Hastening and the coming of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach. You know, you could jump into that a little bit. 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 12. It says, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of power, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. And that's the elements that will melt with fervent heat from those nuclear capability missiles when they hit. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for a new heaven and a new earth, wherein dwell righteousness. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot, and blameless. So that's what we want to be found with, our spot and blameless, casting off those mortal thoughts, understanding the times that we are living in. So as part of casting off those mortal thoughts as well, we have 1 John chapter 2 and verse 15. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. And we know what that world is pertaining to. All these vanities, where on mainstream media, they're currently pushing this agenda where it's okay for you to kiss someone of the same sex, where it's okay for you to wear on bright color pink clothing and lie in a bed with another man of the same sex. They are pushing these evil agendas, and they're trying to sensitize or desensitize these things as being a norm. Yo, when you were a child, these were the least of your problems. The least of your problems would have been you actually seeing someone kissing on TV and they will tell you, block your eyes. Now the whole world is off course. Now the whole world is gone. Where they even have children now, they're pushing an agenda for children to accept and to choose if they want to go down that path. And that's total craziness. The Lord Yahweh had to come and destroy this place. Because it's totally off course. There's no more values There is no more morals anymore. But they're taking the values and the morals of the Most High Hashem Shai, which is set up under righteousness, and they're crumpling it before your eyes and replacing it with their wicked values and their wicked agendas and their wicked laws. But it's only for a short time. It will flourish. And just like a flower that don't get water in due season, it's gonna die and it's gonna crumble and it's gonna burn. And that's what is gonna happen to this kingdom eventually. Verse 16, for all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doeth the will of power abideth forever. Because we want to be part of that kingdom. We want to abide in the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. And if it's just about the law, then we might as well be like the scribes and Pharisees, or like IUIC. But we know it's through grace on the Most High of Hashem Shai that we're able to keep the laws. Colossians chapter 3 and verse 1 to 2. It says, if ye then be risen with Mashiach, seek those things that are above, where Mashiach sitteth on the right hand of power, Yahweh Hashem Shai. Set your affections on things above and not on things on the earth. So that's what we ought to be doing, casting off the mortal thoughts and setting our thoughts on the things above, the things that the Most High Hashem Shai say, and our man say, because we all know that the heart is desperately wicked, and Esau is currently showing how wicked the heart can be, because you're seeing the imaginations of his heart constantly being put into physical being, physical, he's bringing it to life, those evil thoughts. So we know that the heart is extremely wicked. We know that the lahab, the mind, is extremely wicked. So that's why you ought to place your thoughts on the Most High Hashem Shai, which is righteousness. James chapter 4 and verse 4. It says, ye adulterers and adulteress, not only being physically adulterers and physically adulterous, but spiritually as well, as breaking off from the Most High Hashem Shai and seeking your own God and seeking your own, doctrine and not the truth. And then physically doing it as well, in having your flesh doing things that is contrary to what the Most High Hashem Shai said. Know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with power? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of power. And we don't know what's going to happen to the enemy of the Most High Hashem Shai and all the friends of this world. You're going to be destroyed with fervent heat. You're going to be burnt up. That's the Lord Hashem Shai in the end. And you're going to be put to shame. Romans chapter 12 and verse 12. It says, rejoicing in hope. So I'll go up to verse 2. Romans 12 and verse 2. Actually start at verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of power, Yahweh Shemeshai, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto power, which is a reasonable service. Your reasonable service is to give your body is the temple of the Most High Shemeshai, as a living sacrifice. But verse 2, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of power Yahweh Shemeshai. Hey, prove that. Be that. Be that. Because we know at the end of the day, this body is vanity. This life is vanity. This life is but a mess that can be taken away at any point in time. Hey, but take the opportunity to use your body to be that living sacrifice unto the Most High Shemeshai and cast off those mortal thoughts. You know? So we see prophecies being fulfilled. We understand what we ought to do in these times. And we understand what is going on in these times. So I hope this was edifying to you. So with that, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Bashem Rishai, Bashem Makapadash. He doubles be unto the apostles, and he has a great millstone. To all the Akiams worldwide, I want to say Shalom be unto you. This is the word from the GMS Trinidad camp, saying Shalom, Shalom to the elect.